they're not quite 1,000 pounds.
Hello and welcome to Season Sisters. I'm Autumn.
I'm Summer.
And today we're going to be talking about Pounders Season 4, Episode 2. What did you think of this episode? Because I think it was fine.
It was okay. Like, stuff happened. Like,
not really.
Tammy gained weight, which is hilarious.
Spoilers, Tammy gains 10 pounds.
Which she goes back to therapy. That was probably the most interesting part, honestly.
Yeah, I really need that therapist just to be like, you're not going to get your bypass if you don't just start actually talking to me.
Yeah, the therapy was probably the most interesting part for me.
So anyway, we have a little bit of, and we're going to put the poll. I mentioned on Extreme Sisters, but all of you don't listen to Extreme Sisters. So there's going to be a poll up until Saturday on Spotify. I don't know how to do it anywhere else. On Spotify to figure out what we're going to watch next week, since we just finished Extreme Sisters this week. So the options will be Gypsy Rose, a random 90 Day Fiancé season, or Love After Lockup.
Yeah.
So if you have a second, you're not driving, you're safe, just go vote for one of those. I don't care if you vote across all 4 episodes the poll is on. Just vote for what you want, because right now it's completely deadlocked and we need a choice. So
we need a tiebreaker. We need a tiebreaker.
2 seconds and please vote on the poll so we know what you want to, what you may not even want to listen to us cover. Just go help out and vote, please. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's all.
Don't
time.
Yeah, don't keep it gridlocked. Like, I know I joked about that in the last one, that you could, vote on 3 of them, vote for each one, and just really mess us up. But don't do that. Because we would just have to be like rock, paper, scissors for it, or draw numbers. And
I guess we'll just have to do a random, just a random selection. Spin a wheel.
We'll do one episode of each and decide which one we think, which one has the most potential.
We might want to do.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, maybe we could do that, but yeah,
it's like,
I like.
But we would rather not. Next. That seems like a lot of work.
It does seem like it'd be a month before we could start a new show.
Yeah,
so, we'll see.
Problems.
First world problems for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. What else do we have? We had a few comments this week.
We do. We have a lot of comments this week. So Ellen, our sister Winter, commented and said that for anyone, she was talking to us about Lucky Steps, and then we got all distracted and we're looking at Lucky Step shoes on Amazon, and they're so cute, but she says they're actually super, super comfortable, and that she has a pink glittery platforms and they're her favorites, and she has way too many of them, but that they are comfortable, which does make me think I want to try a pair, because they weren't that bad. I remember.
No, they were like $40.
Yeah, which is not bad. So, and I really need a new pair of shoes anyway. So I'm kind of thinking I might do that. And then she said that we owe her money, apparently, which I get. Femme de Bloom is great. Like, because she went on that website.
Much.
Yeah, Femme de Bloom is fantastic earrings once again, but she went and got some earrings. Aren't they so cute though? Like, oh my God. I love them. I love them.
Literally anything you could possibly think of, she has earrings for.
Yeah, our order comes in Thursday.
Owl from Disney Sing Along VHS tapes. What?
Which you didn't send me that one, but you said that one was on there.
Because you don't know who he is.
No, I don't. I have no idea. I did put the Chanticleer ones in my wish list because they're still sold out right now. But yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It is. Her earrings are great. Femme de Bloom. Ours come in Thursday, the ones that me and Audie just ordered. And I just ordered from Poshmark. I found a lady who had some of her vintage earrings, like her older styles. So I ordered those. I got like 13 pairs for $11. I'm so excited.
That's a good deal.
So excited. Yeah, like I'm stoked. Like, there's some Harry Potter ones in there, which I don't do Harry Potter. Like, I mean, not that I have an issue with it, but it's just not my fandom.
Have you ever even seen it or anything?
I think I've seen the first movie. I've never read. I read up to book 2, I think. Okay. Or maybe book 3. Like, it's kind of like Game of Thrones for me. It's like, yeah, I've done that. But I didn't even see the last couple of movies. I know that. Like,
if you watched the first movie, then you didn't watch the last, 7 movies?
Yeah, I know there's an episode where Hermione wears a pink dress, and I remember that being like a meme or like
an episode
or like a movie where she wears like a pink prom dress that's hideous or something. I didn't see that movie. Well, I didn't see that one and pass.
That's the fourth one.
Okay, so I know I didn't see that one because I remember that being all over everywhere and being like, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, so I know I didn't see
Yule Ball. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, so I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I don't have an issue with Harry Potter. It's just not my thing. I'm a Disney adult, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, they're so great. And also, Winter said that she'd be more than happy to step in for us while you're on vacation with our cousin. So I have somebody else to talk to because I think if I just talk, it's going to get real boring real fast. So
I don't know how long it would last if it was just you talking because you take 0 notes.
I would have to take notes. I'd have to step up. It's kind of like when the manager's gone, you have to step up. I would do it. I could do it and be like, but I feel like it'd be really boring for people to just listen to me talk. People be like, why are we here? We'll figure it out. But yeah, so at least we have that option. And then Stephanie said that, wait, I started reading this and that. Oh, yeah, that you can't double comment on a podcast is what Stephanie said.
Yeah, because we told makes sense, but it sucks.
I don't understand why you couldn't double comment. Does that mean? But okay, so here's my question. I understand that maybe you can't comment, but could you comment us reply and then comment again on that, or no? Like
I think you can. I feel like that's happened before.
So
I have no way of checking it, but yeah,
I don't know why you would limit comments. That's messed up, and you have important things to say, so you should be able to say it as many times as you want. I'm just saying, spam it. That's my own opinion, but I'm not Spotify. Miss Booberry said that she loved Love After Lockup. She says that's great. It's crazy. It'd be a great show for us to do. And she also doesn't like the tomatoes at Taco Bell because tomatoes at Taco Bell are the worst. Ew. The worst. Which apparently now...
I don't know. Does our Taco Bell even have tomatoes?
Yeah. They put it on top of the Mexican pizzas.
I know one time I went to Taco Bell like years ago and ordered something and I was like, no tomatoes. And they were like, we don't have tomatoes. And I was like, okay, well then that makes this really easy. Problem solved.
Yeah, no, they do. It's not. And I agree. She says that their tomatoes taste like fish. And you are 100% right. The tomatoes at Taco Bell just are not right. They're just not right. Ugh. I do not like them. I do not like them. I don't like tomatoes though anyway. Like I would eat a gallon of ketchup, and I hate ketchup, before I would eat a tomato. I'm just not a tomato person. I don't like the texture. And then Cherry Blossom.
I'm not a tomato person either.
Also said Love After Lockup. It's nonstop train wrecks. So, okay. I mean,
so you two need to just go in and vote for Love After Lockup in the poll this week.
Vote again, and I'm going to
count these 2 votes, and then if you vote again, I'll count it again. So
yeah,
because I can't tell who voted in the polls. So
yeah,
just vote again. Yeah, and that way it'll make the Love After Lockup 4 votes. At least.
Yeah, at least 4. So
at least
that'll
4.
be good.
I haven't voted because I don't care. I'm down.
Oh, I need to go vote then because I really want to do Gypsy Rose. She scares me. But
you need to go vote then because I don't.
But
I'm
also,
not voting because I don't really mind.
But ow. Okay, sorry. I was touching wrong. That was my bad.
You got in trouble.
Yeah, she was angry. She's sharp.
Yeah. So just go vote. I'm closing the poll. I don't know if I already said this, on Saturday. So on Saturday, the poll will close. So on Saturday, August 1st. So that's how long you guys have to vote. And then the poll will close. And then Monday, I guess Tuesday, you guys will know what show won because that's what we'll cover on Tuesday.
Because that's how we'll figure it out.
Of course, Pounders is still going to be covered. Pounders is unaffected. This is just our 2nd episode every week. So Pounders goes on without a hitch.
Pounders is just Pounders. That's what we do.
Pounders is just Pounders. It's what we do all the time. But let's get into this episode that's honestly pretty boring, I think.
There's not a lot, I don't think, to talk about. I mean, there are things that... But yeah, most of it I don't remember. I remember like 4 scenes from this episode, and I'm sure it was longer than that. So hit it.
You have to read the thingy.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I got to move my thingy up again. Hold on. We had so many comments. I was like, what are we talking about? Okay, here we go. Can't have your cake and eat it too. You're right. All these are food themes.
All of them are food themed. Yeah.
Season 4, episode 2. Tammy's seemingly good progress inspires Amy to visit. Amanda begins a new chapter, and Amy learns she's at risk of having serious complications. No duh, Amy. You're a big girl, and they told you not to have a baby when you had...
Twice.
Glenn. Yeah. And now you're having
They told you not Gage. They told you not to get pregnant with Gage, and then you did it anyway. And then they told you not to get pregnant with Glenn, and then you did it anyway. And now you're like, "What? I'm not healthy." Yeah, girl, you're not healthy.
This is
but we opened the show with a shot of trash cans. So
ooh, fun. So we're already hating this. But this season seems like where they're like, there's nothing else pretty in Kentucky.
There is though. I mean, like and one of the shots is a guy driving a golf cart down the middle of the street with a dog. Okay. All right. But then Amy starts talking about the mucus plug that almost took out Tammy, and then I started gagging again.
Yeah, why do we keep having mucus?
I don't need to talk about Tammy's throat boogers. Oh, gross. Yeah, that's gross. I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad she's okay. But could you imagine getting taken out by a booger?
That would be, talk about what kind of ghost would that make you if you were haunting that place? It's like, what killed you? Was it a heart attack, or like I slipped on some soap in the shower? It's like, nah, I had a booger in my throat. It's like, ugh.
Like Sims ghosts always, like when they come back, they are like, if they drown, they're wet. If they like were on fire, they're like seamy, you know, that sort of a thing. So you would just be like green and slimy.
Oh no,
gross.
No. Gross. No, gross.
Oh, that's making me sick. So anyway, we're going to the doctor to visit and see what baby number 2 is going to be. And then right now, Amy says she's 276 and her goal is 150, but she doesn't really give a shit about whether or not she gains weight while pregnant because she's going to do what she wants, which is what she did last pregnancy.
Yeah, I don't know why we even have to talk about this. This is literally what she said last time.
Yeah, because she literally uses being pregnant. And I mean, I get it, I guess, to an extent, because we talked about it a little bit last week but last time she was pregnant, about whether or not the bypass could make your cravings worse.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, she doesn't care. She's going to eat what she wants. But the doctor visits, and then they talk about how, like, Amy is high risk, you know, obviously. Not to be rude, obviously. And then Amy says she wants a girl, but regardless of whether or not it's a girl or a boy, she's getting her tubes tied because she only wants 2 kids.
Great decision. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Remember that though, when she finally meets Brian, and then Brian's like, "Well, I want a kid," and it's like, you're 97 years old. I think
Brian can't. Never mind. I know I says that's dust.
Dusty nuts. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
dust nuts.
Yeah,
he be busting his dust. Yeah.
And then we find out that it's a boy. And Amy is disappointed. And I don't like this. I never like it when people have like gender disappointment for their children.
Yeah.
I think that it's just, who cares? I guess. I don't have kids, so I don't know what that experience is like. But Glenn will always know, it's on camera, that Amy was disappointed when she found out that he is a boy. And I think that that's really sad. Like those videos that people act like are funny, where it's like a dad, or typically
and he starts punching the cake because it's a girl or whatever.
Because it's a girl. Typically it's because it's a girl. Of course it is.
Yeah.
And they're all disappointed because you're having a girl. And it's like, oh, well, fuck you. So, and I feel the same way about being disappointed you're having a boy.
I think, so I understand being disappointed. Like, you know, if Amy's only having 2 kids, I understand that want to be like, I would love to have a girl. You know, I had a boy, I would love to have a girl so I can get both experiences. But I feel like once you find out it's a boy, that should be like, okay, well, I'm disappointed, but now I'm excited because now he'll have a brother.
Those are inside thoughts, I guess, is more like, it shouldn't be, I guess it's realistic, probably, but I just feel like if Glenn ever sees this, then he's always going to know that he wasn't what you expected. I don't know. I just remember that I had a friend who had children fairly young. And I remember after she had her second boy, I was in the hospital the day she had him. She was still like super out of it, loopy, passed out asleep. And I was holding her son in my arms, looking down at him. And her husband was all like, yeah, she still hasn't given me a girl. And I was like, she literally just had a fucking baby. And I'm holding your newborn son. And you already want a girl. Like, because why isn't this baby enough of anything for you? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of shitty.
It is pretty shitty. That's my opinion. Like, I feel like, I guess I understand it to an extent, but I think that that's an inside thought. It's an inside thought, not something, because she literally says, I'm this disappointed and stretches her arms apart.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's a lot. That's a lot of disappointment.
Maybe talk to your family about, I really wanted a girl. I really wish I had a girl, but maybe not put it on TV. Maybe just be like, yeah, we wanted a girl, but we're having a boy. And now the only thing that matters is that we're having a healthy boy. And we just move on.
That is what she says. She does end up saying, like, as long as it's healthy, that's all that matters. So that's good.
I think it's just sad to think that you get to shop for pink clothes and the dresses and the booties and all that and be like, okay, well, I've already got all that stuff. So,
well, the good news is you already have it all. So
that's
cool
true.
beans.
Saves you money.
But
hopefully you threw all that away because it was covered in roach and mouse poop. So hopefully,
but
gross.
The doctor sits down afterward and is like, so what have you been eating? Because I see that Gage has some crackers. And Amy's like, well, I mean, like, crackers are better than like chips. And the doctor's like, not really. And then she's like, well, what have you been eating? And she's like, well, I've been eating like a lot of cheese sticks. And then the doctor's like, that's high in fat. That's not good for you either. And then Amy goes, well, I only eat one. And it's like, liar. Number one, liar.
Oh, she lied.
Number two, she just said that she's eating something low carb. So why are you, and healthy? A cheese stick in this girl's arms that's a very healthy option.
Unless they cut out where she said a fried cheese stick.
Oh, if it's like mozzarella stick, then that's different.
Because I could totally see Amy like, well, I eat a lot of cheese sticks, like, the dippy ones from like Chili's
like a mozzarella
or whatever.
Stick. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, no, that's terrible. What is wrong with you?
I just I could see Amy I've been eating a lot of cheese sticks, and the doctor's like, that's not healthy. And she's like, well, I only had one. And it's like, liar. It's like one time I was at work, and I was talking to my boss, and my job, well, I don't have a job anymore. My job was pretty laid back. There was only we were like a team of like 4 or 5 people. So, and it was all weekend long. Like my work days were 16 hours long. So it was all at a computer, all doing something. And so I would watch stuff, like while I was working. Not that I would sit there and actually watch it. I would just listen to like a show or something like that. And I was talking to my boss once about it during a meeting, and I was like, oh yeah, well, I've been like watching Scandal or something like that. And he was like, you probably shouldn't be watching TV while you're at work. And I was like, oh, I don't. Literally, I had just told him that I did. And I was like, I don't. Actually, you're right. I don't do that. And then he was just like, okay. And then we moved on. And I just kept doing it. I just never talked to him about it again.
Never going to say that to you again.
Because I was a good worker. They didn't care.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, it never distracted me. And I watched stuff literally the entire time I worked, because without it, I couldn't do my job.
Yeah, because you're just now starting to actually watch Star Trek.
Yeah, and I don't really like it. Funny. I'd rather just listen and do stuff. And I probably will. I'll probably just start doing it like while I'm doing dishes or folding laundry or something like that.
It's like I watched 1 week. I'm not doing that again.
I'm gonna watch Star Trek the way you watch these while I'm doing other stuff. I watch these,
but I have to do something with my hands or I get very distracted. Like, I'm one of those people. Like, I can play a game on my phone while I watch TV and I work on my book. Like, I need to be distracted while I do stuff. So yeah, I understand that.
I don't get to do that for these because I have to take all the notes.
That's
so
true.
It's like a lot of running it back. What was that? All that kind of fun stuff. But anyway, so then I just thought it was funny with the whole a cheese stick is fine if she's just talking about like a mozzarella stick. Like, and I mean like the little, what's it called? String cheese.
The string cheese. Yeah. I don't think that's what she's talking about. I really don't. Like, I got the impression she was meant mozzarella sticks. But we talked about this when she was pregnant with the first baby, is that Amy is bad about, well, the baby wants peanuts, so I've been eating Snickers. It's like, or you could just eat peanuts. Like, no baby wants processed food like that. That's you doing that.
Well, she's already said that this baby wants sweet and sour.
Yeah.
And wait, sweet and sour? Or something
sweet and salty.
Like that? Sweet and salty, and Gage wanted sour.
Yeah, because she said she did it so much her mouth would bleed, which is
disgusting.
Gross. Yeah, it's a lot of sour.
It's a lot of sour. But at rehab, it's been 3 months since the trach booger that almost killed Tammy. I'm gagging again.
Just stop
and
talking
Tammy
about.
is like walking around, and she's like, and the trach is scary, and now her throat farts, which was pretty funny.
That was funny. Like, that now she makes fart sounds.
Like almost like a duck sound.
Yeah,
when she coughs or whatever. That's pretty much it. That's a whole scene with her. And then Amanda and Misty are going to a gym, and they say that they used to work out, and Misty says she lost like 100 pounds the last time they did this. We're going to the gym together. But it's been 5 or 6 years since they've done that. And then they like look in on a dance class that looks like so much fun. And then they say like, where are all the big women? And I'm not trying to be rude, but there were a couple plus size women that I saw in that class.
Yeah, I also didn't like the fact that we just zoomed in on one of the girls' butts. I was like, what is happening?
They were like, well, I'm not, all I saw was booty cheeks. And I was like, I didn't see a single butt cheek. I saw no butt cheeks. I saw women having fun and working out together. And I don't know why we're standing looking through a window judging these women who are putting themselves out there.
Yeah, because if nothing else, you need to walk by and be like, oh, well, the class has started, but that would be fun to do. We need to figure out what times that starts. Because I also wouldn't go into a class that's clearly in the middle of it. I would be like, no. But also, this does look like fun. Maybe I'll try to stop back by as they're getting out so I can talk to the instructor and some of the other people and be like, hey, you know, is there a beginner level? Like, do you like it? Is it fun? But yeah, they were kind of being judgy, but
they're being super judgy. And then they were just like, all I'm seeing is like young girls with their butt cheeks out. And I was like, I mean, they have short shorts on, but I'm not seeing a single butt cheek.
And so what, even if you are like this, this is not like that time.
It doesn't mean you have to have your butt cheek out.
Yeah. So. Like, and this is the one place where I think that would make sense. Okay. Like, yeah, I wore short shorts, and you know what? I figured out with all these dance moves, my butt does escape.
Eat it.
So yeah. At a gym, I am okay with it. That girl that we saw on Flights of Passage who had her whole butt hanging out and kept bending from the waist.
Literally.
That I don't understand.
I don't know how that's comfortable. Like,
I don't either.
I don't know how you do it. But her, and you wear whatever you want. She had a great body. It's great. But she had like literally her butt cheek was like, I don't know, probably a third of her actual ass was out of her pants.
That was standing up. Just standing up.
Oh, like because they got ahead of us because we don't walk up. Like if you've never been to Disney, Flights of Passage to get to the queue is about like, I don't know what, 200 meters or whatever. I don't know what a meter is. I don't know why I said meter. It's uphill.
It's a good, like, even if there was no one in line, it would take you 5 minutes to get to the ride. So it is a lot of walking.
The outside stuff is zigzaggy and uphill. And so Summer and I were walking it, and we were just kind of like talking and walking, like taking our time. And then her and a guy got behind us. And then she said something kind of catty. She was like, well, I usually walk up this faster. And so I was out of breath. So I was like, go around. Just go then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. We're two people. Yeah. Go. And then they left us. And the second she got around us, I was like, oh my God, that's your entire butt, which is fine. Yeah. But also, like, how is that allowed at Disney? I guess that's my question. Like, I guess you shouldn't be the, like, you know, what, fashion police or whatever. But like, that was literally a quarter to a third of her butt was just out of her pants.
It was a lot of butt. And then I lost count how many times this woman bent over in front of us from the waist. Like her knees did not, they locked.
That the guy she was with was dating her cousin or her sister.
And
so the second the sister caught up with them in line, they stopped talking to each other. Because I don't think the guy was interested in her at all. He was just excited to be at Disney. But
yes, like, he was so cute. He was adorable.
This is our headcanon. He was adorable. But she literally, we were in line for, if you've never been on Flights of Passage, they put you into a couple of different rooms, you know, to hold you after they put you in your area. And we ended up in the same area as this group. So she bent over for the entire, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 minute video where the guy's talking to you, bent over completely at the waist, digging in her bag, like ass up in the air for all of us to see in this room.
It was like a proctologist exam. It was a
and
lot.
Then all the adults in the room were like, "Oh my god!"
What do we do?
Because she was probably in her like early 20s, and it was just like, "Oh my god, that's like an entire butt that I'm looking at right now." All right. And then she did it the entire, which doesn't make any sense because there's no way that would have been more comfortable than just squatting to get what you needed out of your bag, or like what I do, which is just flip my bag around to the front and then dig in it if I need to dig in it. But like, it didn't make any sense. So no judgment, but that was a lot of butt.
She was very flirty and laughy and touchy with this boy when they got ahead of us.
He was in his 20s,
no, he's a man. But for us, he's younger than us. And he was not engaging. Like, he was talking to her, but the engagement was definitely more like, no, that doesn't. I
like Disney. I'm so excited. I've never been here. And then the girl that he was with caught up.
And it was completely different.
She stopped talking to him completely.
Yeah. Like, and he
ignored him.
Nerded out. Like, he was excited by
it was cute.
Everything. Like, he got out of line to get a picture. Like, he was just so ecstatic. It was complete. And she was the only one that was like, what are we doing here? Because it seemed like in our head, Ken, she was trying to get him, and he did not care.
I mean, we were in line for like 30 minutes behind them, so there's a lot of stories you create. They caught other people
because they caught up with us, like his girlfriend, and wasn't there another guy, or was it just two girls?
I don't know. Their dad.
Yeah, but they caught up with us because we just were right behind them. Like, for all that. Oh my gosh, I normally walk faster than this. They didn't get that far ahead of us. Like, it was like, didn't. Okay, have fun. Bye.
Yeah, we were like, go then, and you run up the hill. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's like, you're going to wait in the same one.
Because honestly, it's a really pretty queue.
It is. And I had never done that queue because the first time I did FOP, we had, that was when they were still doing the fast passes. So you skipped all that. So
they're still doing fast passes now. It's just called Lightning Lane, and you have to pay for it. And we refuse. And I've never had an issue getting on a ride. Just saying that. I think it's a waste of money. I wouldn't personally pay for it. If you pay for it, let me know how that goes. But like, I have gone. They got rid of it in like 2020, and I've gone every year, at least once a year, mostly twice a year. Since then, never paid for fast pass, and I've never had a problem riding what I want to ride. Ever.
Yeah, we did Tron, we did Guardians, like we did
Rise of the Resistance,
Muppets.
We do everything
this year. Muppets just opened, and we did that.
In
Muppets Defense, we did kind of cheap for that. Yeah,
we did have fast pass. Someone gave our mom a fast pass for that, so still didn't pay for it though.
But yeah,
and we would have waited anyway. To be fair,
that's true. I did it. I'm not. My picture's terrible.
But anyway, there was no booty cheeks, and they were being super judgmental, in my opinion.
Super judgmental.
And then they weigh in, and then they act like, oh, well, let's just weigh in. There's no way this scale is just right behind a weightlifting machine, I don't think. Because it's just like a little scale for some reason in the middle of this gym. But
I forget sometimes, like, this is just me going, I forget sometimes this show is called 1,000-Pound Sisters, and that weight loss is the whole point. So I was like, why are we doing this? This is so dumb. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like we've gone past it being weight related. Like, well, I mean, Tammy still needs to lose weight, but.
Yeah, she do.
I mean, we've gone past needing to talk about it. And like, we find out Misty weighs 222 and Amanda weighs 293, but Amanda's very tall. So
Amanda's very tall. Yeah.
And Amanda basically talks about how she had 4 boys. And she got down to 220 with her last bypass. And basically, since we find out she's been separated from her husband for 2 years.
Yeah. And they're just now
And in those 2 years, she's been binge eating, like.
Which makes sense.
She's been upset,
depressed.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Girl, I eat my emotions. It's fine. I get it. I get you.
Yeah. And then it's like, well, now that I've gotten divorced, though, I need to get back to like where I want to be because I need to feel good about myself. That's
Which
fair.
is true too.
Yeah. And then this gorgeous man offers to help them.
Yeah, and her hormones go crazy.
Yes. Amanda is very excited by this man. He is cute. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But it seems like she hasn't been even just talked to by a man in a long time, I don't think.
Yeah, this was like, okay, this could just be a nice person, and she just immediately went with like, oh my God, how do I get him home? It's like, girl, why don't you take a breath? Take a breath. He's
just
good
offering
looking
to help because there's a camera crew here.
Yeah,
that's it.
But it was kind of comical because she went all kinds of like.
I don't even think he had a name card, did he?
I didn't notice one. No,
I don't think it was like, he had one. So, yeah.
And she just kept walking. She's like, I'm trying to stay determined. And Missy's like, well, I'm going to stop walking because I want to look you in the face.
Can't walk and talk. And Missy's like, nope, I can't do that actually. So
she's like, no, because I need to make eye contact with people. And he's like, oh, I like that. And he's like, dang it, sis, stealing my thunder. I should have stopped. Now I'm stuck on this. Yeah, it was rather comical.
It was pretty funny.
You could hear her hormones.
She talks about how she needs to keep working out so she can wrap her legs around that man. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. All right.
It's very Amanda from the Amanda I know. It's like, yeah, there she is.
That's Amanda.
Like, I'm divorced.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's still. I'm excited to get to that. I think it's got to be season 7. It's got to be season 7. But Tammy basically has like a little talking, like not even talking head, like self-film thing where she's like, I got to get some stuff off my chest. And she's like, I know I'm here to better myself, but I hate it. And I miss my family because I'm missing birthdays and graduations and Gage. And it's just like, okay, you should still say it. Because like the thing is, would you rather miss these things for a year, like Chris said, or be dead? That's your choice right now. Would you rather never get to experience your family ever again or stay there for a year?
Yeah,
that's what we're dealing with.
I had zero sympathy for this part. Like, I get it's sad to miss your family, but it's like, this is just you setting up that when they come up to see me, I'm going to ask to go home. It's like, yeah, you can't go home because you have a trach. I was really
worried about that. Yeah.
I was like, even if she asks, no one can take care of her with this. This is beyond their capability. Like,
because she almost got taken out by a booger.
Yeah. No one can take care of her. And Amy's pregnant and they would put her with Amy again. It's like,
they can't. No. Amy will not take her anymore. There is nowhere for her to go. So, and not to mention, Amy's also pretty much made it clear that if Tammy doesn't do what she's supposed to do this time, she's done. Period. Yeah. Like, she is done for her own protection. If you want to continue to go down a self-destructive path, then you're going to do that on your own. And I'll love you from over here. That's it. Anyway, but Michael brings home an entire box of peaches because Amy was told that she needs to eat fruits and vegetables, but we chose to only hear the fruits part. An entire box. It's a massive box.
I'm going to be honest. I was shocked that he brought home peaches to eat because I figured Amy would hear fruits and veggies and be like, okay, so I can eat fried zucchini and apple pie. So I'm going to do that. Like, I really thought this would be like, well, snow cones are okay as long as I get fruit flavors. I thought this is going to be
how long is a peach good? Like, how long
I have no idea.
I'm looking it up. Hang on.
I don't know. I don't like peaches. I don't like eating fuzzy things. That seems weird to me that they have fuzz on the skin. But
1 to 3 days on the counter when ripening, 3 to 7 days in the refrigerator once ripe, and 12 months in the freezer. Do we think she froze them?
No, she forgot about the chili. When was the last time we made chili? There's no way.
Why this entire box of peaches?
I don't know if this is Amy or Michael, because we've talked about, I don't know if Michael's elevator goes all the way to the top floor.
It 100% doesn't.
I'm
not trying to be rude. It doesn't.
But I can see her sending him to get peaches and him being like, okay, peaches, here's a box of peaches. But honestly, I feel like those are probably better because she could have gone with the peaches and syrup that you could get like in a can. So I'm honestly pretty impressed that she went the way she did.
Because I have peaches in my fridge right now.
Do you really? Weird.
Yeah, I got them from Sam's Club.
Weird.
Yeah, but they're like the ones in syrup.
Oh yeah, see that sounds better to me. But yeah, I'm surprised she went as low calorie option as she did with this because.
Yeah, but this is how we know it's fake though, because it's an entire box.
Yeah,
this is just for show of the one day. And then Amy has to be like, I don't know how Gage feels about peaches. And it's like, well, because you've never fucking given him one. Why do you think that this baby just has all of these like life experiences that you haven't offered?
But like, you're forgetting Gage knows everything. He knows what color he wants his wall.
Oh God.
What color he wants his mom's hair. He gets her dressed every day. I'm sure he already has a doctoral dissertation on peaches. So
he probably does.
He's a genius. I just
like it. He's cute. I think he's the cutest baby ever. And I understand it. He is her whole world. But I get so tired of people acting like they're just regular babies are like these geniuses. And they're so advanced, and it's just like, no, it's just a fucking baby. That's all that is a baby.
Yeah,
he's not doing anything. Like, he's cute, and like we can hang out and we can talk about it's never about his personality though. I think that's the difference. It's never about Gage's personality. It's about how Gage is just so great at picking out all these things that I force him to pick out. And
yeah, because I hold these two things in front of his face and I let go of the one.
I let go of the one I want. Yeah. And then I go, he picked it. I would have picked a lighter color. And it's like, what do you mean you would have picked a lighter color when you didn't have a lighter color in your selection?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, she annoys me sometimes. And then I also particularly still love the surprise party that she threw for a 1-year-old.
Exactly.
It's like, okay. Exactly. It's like, he's won. Exactly. So it's going to be a huge shock, and he's going to be so shocked that everyone he knows is screaming in his face.
Yeah, he's like, what is happening?
But anyway, so Amy calls Tammy and basically tells her that the baby's going to be a boy. And then Tammy says on the video that having a second Gage, and she does use quotes, like having a second boy is not going to be, it's still going to be exciting. And then Amy tells her that she's going to come visit. But then Amy and her talking head, which we didn't see this conversation, which makes me upset because did it happen, or is Amy just misinterpreting what Tammy said? Because she said that, Tammy's sitting there saying that chasing after 2 boys isn't going to be that big of a deal when you don't chase after 1 boy. And it's like, did she say that though? Because we didn't see her say that.
No, I think Amy probably just took what Tammy said and ran with it, because I can see Tammy being like, well, having 2 boys will be great. Like, that'll be great for you. Like, you're already doing it. Because I can see being like, well, you've already done a boy, so now you just have 2 boys. Like, you know what you're doing. It's not going to be that big a deal. This is great. And Amy's just like, oh my God. She's sick. Like, I don't know.
What are you supposed to say? Are you supposed to be like, oh, it fucking sucks? You shouldn't be having a boy. Like, what else are you supposed to say? You can only encourage at this moment. It's not like Amy's considering termination or anything like that. Like,
just like, this is what we're doing.
All you can do is be like, that's amazing, because having 2 little boys is going to be fantastic. What else am I supposed to say? I
think Amy's probably hormonal.
Yes. Yeah. And she will be for the next 2 seasons. Anyway. So,
oh my God.
Tammy tells Amy that she's made friends, but she's ready to come home. And then Amy's immediately like, oh God, do not come home. And she's worried that all of the siblings coming up to see her is going to make Tammy leave, which is very possible. So
I am glad that Amy was like, oh God, that's not happening, sis.
Because this is what Tammy does. She starts talking about how much she misses home. And then she comes home and starts doing all the same bullshit again. So it never changes. This is just part of the pattern. Everyone gets hopeful that she's finally doing well, and then she stops doing well.
Yeah.
And at this point, she's a trach, and she cannot come home.
Which is great. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The trach was a scary thing, but this is probably the best thing for Tammy's recovery is the trach. Because as long as the family can all be like, we are not taking care of that, we can't take care of that, then she is forced to take care of it at rehab. So
yeah, because she has to get it removed before she can come home, unless we talk about it later. But someone has to be trained, and she has to like have someone 24/7 in case she gets a blockage, which her family cannot provide.
No, everyone has their own thing. So this is great.
And none of them are nurses.
Great. Yep.
Yeah. But Tammy's basically sitting and doing art with two of her friends, and she's like talking. The producers ask her if she's talking to anyone, which I'm guessing she must already be talking to Caleb, because the producers have to know something, because this was an interesting question. If she wasn't talking to Caleb.
See, is it that, or were they just assuming that, oh, she wants to come home because she met somebody? Because I could also see that being a thing, because she will do whatever it takes for a dude. So true. I can also see them being like, so did you do that? But then they did ask her, well, have you ever dated someone your size? And she's like, no. So maybe they did know about Caleb.
Like, it's really, like the way she talked about it sounded like she's grossed out by the idea of dating someone her size.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, pot kettle, girl. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, girl, you're not skinny.
The audacity of being like, when, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, why? Gross.
And then she says that she only dates skinnier guys because 2 rocks don't make, and then she stops talking. And I'm like, because you're worried that the chunkiness can't get to your bits and bops. Okay.
Yep. I can't get
the D. You're going to have to lift and hold things up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're going to have to do.
I need a strong dude who can hold up my fupa to get to my thing.
No.
You don't want to think about that?
No. Oh, God. That's gross. Jerry wasn't strong enough to hold up a fupa.
No, but maybe he used body tape. Or like, if you push it up and you put like a pillow over the top. Could you imagine just like having
a roll of duct tape and then you're just like lashing a fupa up out of the way?
Yep. That's probably what happened.
This is disgusting, and I apologize.
Either that, or maybe you just like, it's like gravity. So maybe if you hold her, like if you can somehow get her on like if you can get her on an incline, gravity will suck everything down towards her head.
She will suffocate.
Well, yeah, but then you can get to what you want to do.
Would cover her head, and she would die.
But you're a dude who's probably not going to take that long anyway.
Oh my God. Oh. And there's no way, and I'm not trying to be gross, but like it would be so sweaty down there.
Oh yeah, there'd be smells.
Oh my God. Okay, we gotta move on, or I'm gonna.
Okay.
Well, remember when Chris what?
Remember when Chris got his infection on his leg?
Oh, his country cooter.
Yeah, I bet that's what it's like. I bet it's that a lot.
No, thank you.
Moving on.
I'm done with.
Moving on.
I'm done with this.
Done.
So then we're talking to her friends, and one of her friends is like, yeah, I've been here for over a year. And then the other one says that she's been here for 7 years. And then Tammy's immediately like, holy shit, I'm not staying here for 7 years. I don't want to live here. And it's just like, all right, well then do better. There you go.
That does seem like a lot. Like, did her family give up on her, or or is this just easier for them?
I think she's just happier there.
I mean, I can see that. It's like, your food's taken care of. You have friends and activities. Yeah, they force you to walk. Like, I mean, there are benefits to be like, no, this is just, I just live here. Like, I'm okay with it. It's like
living in an old folks' home is what it seems like. It's like the kind where you have social events, you have a social area, you have friends. I mean, for some people, it wouldn't be like. For Tammy, it seems like she thinks that this is a prison, but for that woman, it seemed like she likes living here.
Yeah, she's like, I've been here 7 years. People come and go. This is just where I'm at.
This is what it
is.
Good
for you.
Yeah, but the siblings are loaded up to go visit Tammy, and I don't know if you noticed this, but Amanda's driving, and we watch Gage's car seat because they put Gage in the 3rd row, and Gage's car seat falls over.
What?
And then Amy leans back and sits it back up. And I'm just like, so we did not strap this in properly.
It's not strapped in. You can't, they shouldn't fall over.
I don't know if it's that or if she just like lap belted it or
with Gage in it?
Gage was 100% in it, but like he fell over and she leaned back and straightened it up, like, and was staring at the camera like, I hope you guys didn't notice that. And I'm like, no, I noticed. Your baby just fell over in the car seat. So how? Because those things are not supposed to move. And I'm not implying that she doesn't have it buckled, but she clearly did not buckle it properly if he was falling over.
Knowing Amy, she didn't buckle it. She just has it.
Well, her and Chris were not buckled in the back seat. So
I bet you they didn't buckle it. And
that is so dangerous if that's true. I'm not saying it's true, but that's insanely dangerous. Well,
because I'm not going to lie, and this is just me not trying to be crappy, but I'm going to be crappy. Amy's kind of white trash and in trouble. Just white trash, sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. You don't have to say
kinda, she is.
Yeah. So I could see her and Michael taking the baby most of the time without a car seat because this is a rural area. They're probably like, I could see production being like, don't you need a car seat for the baby? And her being like, oh, yeah, I do. And just throwing a car seat back there and putting him in it. I 100% could see why we're just going to the gas station or we're just going
I hope
here.
not. That's not safe.
I
mean, I know you're old enough that you didn't have a car seat.
Yeah, I didn't have a car seat. But I think Amy is probably... But I mean, I don't know, the way they grew up, I don't even know if they had car seats, and they're younger than me. Like they would have had to have car seats when they were kids, but
Tammy and Amy are mine and Jacob's age, pretty much.
So they would have had to have car seats.
Yeah, but I don't know like if they did. Super secure ones, but we had car seats.
Yeah, so I don't know if Amy just doesn't do it because she didn't do it, so what's the big deal?
Or she didn't ratchet the thing right, like because you pull it all the way out, or at least this is what my sister-in-law told me. You pull it all the way out, that like sometimes when your seatbelt chokes you. Yeah, so you pull it like that so that it ratchets, and then you plug it into the car seat, and then it won't move anymore because you've ratcheted the seatbelt. So that's supposed to keeps it solid, which is why sometimes if you're a larger person, your seatbelt will try to kill you.
Oh, I hate that. I hate when you try to move and your seatbelt's like no, and it's like I really want a drink in my drink, and now I can't move.
I'm going to be even more unsafe because I'm unbuckling.
Yeah, because now I got to unbuckle and reset you
because you're choking me to death.
Yeah. So it's great. I could see her not buckling.
Yeah, but he fell over. You guys can look up the clip. There's just a shot of all four of them in the car, and Gage just slides over to the side, completely tips over, and then Amy has to reach back and set him back up.
That's insane and so unsafe.
Mm-hmm. Completely unsafe. But anyway, so Tammy asked Chris to make her some barbecue. And then they basically talk, the entire drive pretty much is just them talking about how this rehab experience is good for Tammy, but they worry that Tammy's not going to take this chance. Yeah. So they show up for their visit. They walk in to greet her. She immediately takes Gage, and then Amy says, oh, he went straight to her about Gage going to Tammy, but he didn't reach for her. Tammy just took him. And I'm like, he doesn't remember you right now, I don't think. But
maybe she just meant like, oh, he went straight to you, as in like he didn't freak out about who is this person.
She literally says to the swim instructor at the end of this episode, Gage doesn't know a stranger. So no, he just Gage goes to everybody. Just like,
whatever. Who is this Jabba the Hutt with hair? I'll go to her.
Oh my God. She's just a large pillow, a warm pillow lady.
A warm pillow lady. I'll go with this. I'm fine. At least I didn't die in the car.
Yeah. Because I almost did. And then Tammy says that she's lost 144 pounds, and they basically all just like glaze her about how happy they are for her.
We're so proud of you. You're so good. Yeah. You're such an amazing person. It's like, she's not.
And Chris made her like a buttload of yummy looking food.
Yeah, he did. But he said it was healthier.
Yeah, because he made like broccoli and cheese casserole, but instead of, I guess, rice, cauliflower rice, which is
disgusting.
Delicious.
We've tried cauliflower rice.
I love cauliflower rice.
Oh, I can't stand cauliflower rice.
I like it.
We tried it when Carl was watching his carbs, and it was like, no, just no.
Did you put all the right seasonings in it?
Yeah, we did the whole like we had a recipe online that was like, this is how you're going to do it. It's going to taste so good. You're not going to be able to tell a difference. And Carl's one of those people, he can eat spaghetti squash instead of spaghetti and be like, this is so good. I'm like, it is not.
Yeah.
This is
it is good.
This is vegetables with tomato sauce. And I can tell.
Yeah.
I don't like the texture. And he loves that kind of stuff. But the cauliflower rice, even he was like, I would rather have half a cup of rice.
I found this recipe of shrimp fried, like cauliflower shrimp fried rice. Oh my God, so freaking good. The only thing I will say is that it does make my house stink because like when you like blitz the cauliflower, you know, in your food processor, it just has a very unique smell.
It's one of those like, what is that smell?
Also has a unique smell, but I think I like it personally. I like cauliflower rice. I like spaghetti squash too. I mean, would I ever, if I wasn't watching what I was eating, would I ever choose spaghetti squash over real pasta? No, but I do think it's good. I think it's yummy. It's a great way to get extra fiber and stuff. So it's fantastic.
Make you poop.
But anyway, because they say, and I don't know, like, this is why I see here on TikTok all the time, that millennials, which most of our audience is millennials, what the number one like killer of millennials right now is colon cancer because we don't have enough fiber in our diets.
Really?
So we all need to be upping our fiber. Facts. There you go.
I did not know that.
I'm not a medical professional. Don't listen to me, but I'm trying
to
up
more
my
people.
Fiber.
Poop.
Yeah, because what I find is really easy is I'll just put like chia seeds in applesauce or something, or like chia seeds in yogurt. Like just add chia seeds places.
Oh, all of that
and then
sounds
you just let them soak.
So gross.
No,
all
you can't. I like so it.
I don't like applesauce or yogurt. I don't like either one of those things.
Put it in something else, idiot. You can put it in anything else you like to eat, like pudding.
I don't like pudding either.
Okay, I'm not talking to you anymore. So anyway, so basically Tammy talks about how hard it is for her to be so far away from everyone. And then she starts crying that she's ready to come home. And then they're basically all like, no, you cannot come home.
Yeah, I did like that. I did like that no one was like, oh yeah. Everyone was just like, sucks to be you.
Like, oh God. Uh-oh. We don't have space in the car for you to come home. So whoopsie. But she basically then is all like, well, I know it's better to stay here though and then come home permanently. It's like, okay, good. Because we weren't going to take you anyway, but I'm glad you know that.
I'm glad you got the excuse so we don't have to be like, we're not taking you home.
I'm glad you're pretending it's your decision.
Yeah.
to not come home. And then Amy says something about how she has forgiven Tammy 99%. But there's still 1% that she's pissed off at Tammy. And so she's just going to sit back and watch what happens, pretty much.
Which makes sense. Tammy has burned that bridge a lot.
Yeah.
She's out of bridges
Gage farts
to burn.
on everyone. Yeah.
While he's asleep. He is such a cute baby, though. He's so cute.
I don't think it was him. I think Amy was blaming a fart on him.
I do, too. I 100% think that was Amy.
Because Tammy said it smelled like an Amy fart.
Yeah. I think it was Amy. She was just like, oh, no, it was him. I swear. It's like, no, it wasn't.
It was Gage because people think it's cuter if it's the baby and not an adult woman.
Yeah, but then they were like, that's a grown man fart. It's like, yeah, it's an Amy fart. That's Amy. That's Amy farting. That's what that is. She just left out that she was holding the baby and could be like, oh, my God.
Oh, my God, it was the baby. But we've basically, Tammy's 23 pounds away from her goal of getting surgery. And then Amy just says, if Tammy comes home early, this time she's done. That's what she says.
Which she should be, because Tammy's just taking advantage of the situation.
Which is another reason why people who were shocked when Amy established boundaries in season 8, why was anyone shocked?
Yeah, because she's starting
trying to establish boundaries the whole time.
Yeah, because season 3, she was starting to get like, I'm not doing this. We're going to move.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a progress. It's nice to go back and see this season where you can see them starting. And then
it literally started in season 1, remember? Like, that's when Amy says, there are things you can do.
Yeah.
Because Tammy is acting like she can't do anything. So, yeah.
She's being dramatic.
Amy in the first season is completely like, why are you on your walker all the time? Because you didn't used to be, and now all of a sudden you have to have a walker.
Which is funny because by the season that we're in now, last season she was only in a wheelchair. Like the walker is just non-existent.
A thing of the past.
Yeah.
But Tammy has a video call with her therapist, which is the same therapist that we saw last season, I think.
I think
the
so.
older woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting that she has the patience to still be around. Honestly,
I wouldn't.
This therapist, I wouldn't either. I would have dumped her after the first meeting.
Yeah, honestly. I would have emailed her doctor and been like, she is not able or willing to do therapy with me. She is not a candidate for bariatric treatment, and she can reach out when she's ready. I would have emailed it the first second of that interview, but that's just me because I don't like Tammy.
Yeah,
sorry.
And then Tammy says something to the producers like, well, we don't get along, me and the therapist, probably because she digs into my business. Just kidding. And I'm like, you're not kidding.
Nope.
That's also her job. But and then she says, I'm only doing this pretty much to get approved for surgery. So
yeah.
And then the therapist opens the call and it's like, hi Tammy, how are you? And Tammy just goes, hi. And I'm like,
she's
oh my
so
God.
unpleasant. She is the most unpleasant person ever.
Yeah, she really is. And then the therapist is like, well, you're doing really well. And then she kind of lightens up a little bit.
Yeah.
And basically, because the therapist is like, a lot has changed for you. And then Tammy says something that she's trying to be mindful of how much she can handle, which I do think is an important lesson to learn. I need to learn that lesson myself. Like, that's a good thing to
everyone needs to know their limits. Yeah.
Exactly. And then Tammy says that her friends from the rehab center have gone to get fast food before, and she's pulled out at the last second and said that she's not going to go. So that is impressive that she's not indulging when people around her are indulging. Oh yeah,
that was once. That was once, and it was because she was broke. Because she already
that they were walking, and she was like, "Never mind."
Or she was like, "I spent all my money at the KFC, so I don't really want KFC again tonight." That was 100%.
I have a DoorDash coming.
So. Yeah, that was 100% one time. I do not believe that she's like, "Well, I've told them no." It's like once, maybe, and maybe not even about going out to eat. But no, I don't want to go do art projects. But y'all go eat. Let me know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either. I think maybe it happened one time. And it was like already past bedtime or something. And Tammy was like, nah. But maybe. So basically Tammy says that she's learning to love herself more and respect herself. So that's also really good. And then the therapist starts asking like, so what do you think, like what happened? And I don't have this phrase correctly, but like what happened or why did you increase your use of alcohol? You know, like what happened to trigger that? And then Tammy's like, I don't want to talk about it. And then the producers ask her the same question. It's like, well, what did increase it? And then Tammy says, well, part of mental health is letting go. So I don't want to talk about it. I agree with you. Part of mental health is letting go, but you need to process how you got into that situation so that we don't get back there. And if you're just going to bury that, then it's more likely to happen again.
Yeah, I didn't like this. I was like, the therapist isn't digging into anything extreme. It's just, deep. Why did you? Why were you trying to drink yourself to death? We need to talk about this. We need to figure this out. And she just blows up and, well, not blows up, but she just shuts down.
And she shuts down for the rest of this call. Yeah.
Because I 100,000% would be more respectful and on Tammy's side if Tammy would be like, look, I'm okay to talk about this, but not with the camera crew. So y'all need to leave. And you know what? As much as I want to know why, I would respect that.
It's none of our business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can try to put together the pieces of what I assume happened to cause this sort of a thing. I don't think it's, at least in my imagination, it's not that mysterious. But
I think it has to do with the dude. Because this all happened after the Spotty Mountain meltdown.
But the binge eating was already happening before that. So where did the binge eating come from? And that's a childhood thing.
That's a childhood trauma. But I think after the meltdown, she was talking to some guy on the phone again. But we never mentioned him again after that one vacation. So I think whatever that was started her in a spiral. Because that guy came to pick her up, who's Amanda's friend. And I think she transferred all these feelings, wants, needs, and desires from the guy who clearly didn't care for her again onto this new group of friends who unfortunately were close enough for her to use her as a party spot.
Yeah.
And that's what did it. She was like, oh, well, at least these people love me.
Like, could you imagine like dating one of those men? And they're like, oh, we go hang out at this like 30-something-year-old woman's house who is an invalid. Because she buys us alcohol. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going over there. That's weird. Lots of banging. Anyway,
Sorry,
so then basically the therapist also asked, when you drank, how did it change how you felt? That is not to me a super deep question.
No.
Because all Tammy would have had to say is like, well, it made me not think about stuff.
Yeah.
That's how it made me feel. And then she's immediately just like, I don't want to talk about it. And it's like, okay. And then the therapist basically talks about it in her little interview that like, until Tammy is willing to talk about why she turned to alcohol or binge eating, she will fall into the same pattern again. Yep. So until we do that, she's not going to get bariatric surgery. She's not ready. And then the therapist basically mentions to Tammy, the last part of it, like, well, we need to like make a relapse prevention policy. Like, we need to figure that out. And then Tammy is just like completely disengaged, rolling her eyes the whole time. And then the therapist is like, well, I can see that you're really tired, Tammy. So it's like, she's not tired. She's being a bitch.
Which I don't know why. This is my one thing about this therapist. I don't know why I like the other therapist better, who was like, so you're just grunting at me, so you're mad. I wish this therapist was more. I love
the therapist who was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah. I wish this therapist was more like that therapist and was like, well, you're rolling your eyes and you're disengaged, but so you're mad at me. Do you want to talk about that? About why digging into this or why making a plan for you to help you in the future makes you so upset? So I got off the subject that you clearly didn't want to talk about. So we're talking about a different subject and you don't want to talk about that either. So why are you so angry? Like, I wish we had that therapist. I think that therapist would have pushed her more.
I think so too. I think that she eventually does talk to a therapist. I don't know though, because even in season 8, I feel like she didn't want to talk to a therapist. But
I don't know. I think I understand therapy is scary, and Tammy has clear.
You have to face your problems. That's the whole point, and learn how to process.
She clearly has things in her past that she doesn't want to or isn't willing to yet talk about, which I can't even imagine how terrible all that is. But it's like, but this needs to happen too. So,
yeah, because it's to make you safer and more successful in the long term. But anyway, Amanda goes to pick up Amy to take Gage to a swim lesson, and we find out that Amy also doesn't know how to swim. So that's interesting.
That is crazy.
Well, I guess it kind of makes sense because it's Kentucky. I don't know how many like swimming pools we have in Kentucky. I don't know.
I don't either, but yeah, it was weird. And Amanda also tells Amy that she's getting a divorce, and Amy's just like, yeah.
Well, Amy's like, yeah, we all knew that was coming.
Yeah, so. Like this is not a surprise.
Yeah. And then they basically just say, well, now we won't be sisters-in-law anymore. We'll just be sisters. So.
Which I have a random tangent to go to just ask, or, because she was separated from her husband for 2 years. Has a separation ever worked? Does anyone have any friends who were separated who got back together? Because I feel like every couple that I know of who has tried a separation, divorce is just
doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I know when I was in college, right? Because I took psychology classes in college. That was my major. And in college, one of the first days of class, one of my teachers my professors went around and was like, well, what do you want to study? Like, why are you in this class? And I was like, what kind of counselor do you want to be? And I was like, well, I think it would be interesting to be like a marriage counselor. And she was like, you realize that when people go to marriage counseling, like 90% of them get divorced. And I was like, well, first off, why are you telling an 18-year-old that? Secondly, then it's more about teaching them how to co-parent or, not hate each other and process this divorce. It's not just because it doesn't mean I'm going to save marriages isn't what I want to do. That's not always an option. So
yeah. That seems really harsh. But yeah, because you're right.
It seems very harsh because I was just like, oh my, she didn't counter anyone else's responses.
just
until
yours.
mine. And then I was thinking like marriage counselor. And then she was like, they're all going to get divorced. And I was like, okay, Jesus. But it's that's fine because it's not about that. It's about processing what's happening to you.
Yeah. I don't think that makes it a failure on the therapist's part. If your marriage
or a failure on the couple.
No, it's
not
just
a failure.
It's like
it's
things
something
happen.
that happens.
But yeah, I was just wondering what you thought, because I feel like I've never known anyone who separated a trial separation and came back together better or stronger or anything like that. And I don't know. So if you know somebody, let me know in the comments. But I don't know anybody.
I don't know anyone who's done that. I know I have one couple that I have in my life who should be broken up.
I'm not getting a divorce. No, I'm just kidding.
Break up occasionally and then get back together immediately. I guess in that situation it works.
Yeah, but I don't know. But would you say that their relationship is healthier when it comes back together?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, so see, because to me a separation, if it was...
It never improves anything.
Yeah. And I guess that's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't understand why we take the separation thing. If divorce is like, are we just waiting for money, or like, I don't know. Please let me know if I'm being insensitive, but I've just never known any couple, and I've known multiple couples who have tried separation. It's like, well, he's going to get an apartment for the next 6 months while we try to figure it out, or we're just going to separate into different bedrooms and we're going to figure it out. And no couple I have ever known who have separated have gotten back together in any lasting ability. Like, they have come back together maybe for like weeks, where it's like, it almost feels like an extended booty call. There. Yeah, it's the milk thing for me. It's like, just throw it out. Like, I don't know why we're trying to see if it's better in the fridge or the freezer. Like, let's just throw it out. But that's just me. Mm-hmm. I was just wondering, because I've just never heard of that working. Yeah.
Me neither. But anyway, interesting. Let us know. So Amanda says that now that she's getting divorced, she needs to start making good choices to love herself again, basically. And then Gage gets taken into the pool. I'm going to say this. I've never been to a baby swim lesson. I'm sure this is super helpful getting him acclimated to the water. But from what we saw, Gage was doing fucking nothing.
No, he was literally just floating
in the pool. He wasn't really full. Like, the guy did everything for him.
Yeah, I feel like this was fake, because I had swim classes when I was a baby, because mom would take me. And I remember watching like you or Jacob or somebody in swim classes, and it was a lot more intense. It was like holding by the hand.
Swim classes.
So it must have been Jacob, but because you couldn't swim during the baby swim class. Maybe it was just at the Y when we went with grandma, but like, it would be like, hold them by the hand, make them kick. Like, I don't know, but I'm also a 90s kid, so maybe it was a lot more like, throw them off the pool. It's fine. We'll figure it out. This doesn't seem. It seems like a lot of
people learned is like you learn to swim or you drown.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
One or the other.
Like, Lee McNasty has a video about teaching kids how to swim, and that's exactly what just keeps happening. Like, the instructor just keeps throwing the baby in the pool. It's hilarious. Yeah. But yeah, I just was like, this is the stupidest swim class I've ever seen. Like, I don't know what we're learning here, but
because Amanda and Amy seem to be in the instructor's way. That's what I was seeing.
Which is another thing,
right there the entire time. And then Amanda starts trying to teach Amy how to swim. And then after they get like done, Amy's like, Gage did such a great job. And I'm like, he did nothing. So
he was in the water. And we already know he was
in the water and he didn't cry. There you go.
Because they put him as a little baby in the blow up pool on their porch when they were still living by Tammy.
Before he could even like really sit up.
Yeah. And they were like, here's his pool. And he'd be like, drunk guy just falling in the water, and they would go over and pick him up. So, I mean, I don't know what we're trying to do here. I don't know what we're trying to do.
And then Amy claims that she didn't pee in the pool. You liar.
Lie.
100% you peed in that
lie. Also, I don't know when this happens, but do you have in your notes, because Amy says at some point in this episode, I know we're almost over, that she's from the Show Me State.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that in your notes?
That's not in my notes. No.
I don't remember where that was. That's not freaking Kentucky.
Is it not? Are you sure?
No, because when she said it, I was like, that's not Kentucky. Because the Show Me State is Missouri, because I've been to Branson.
Missouri.
Yeah.
What is, hang on, wait.
And I was like, That's not your state, you idiot. And I don't live in,
Was
just so
she
y'all know.
born in Kentucky?
I don't know. But she said, well, I'm from the show me states. You got to show me. And I was like, that's not fucking Kentucky,
Is
you idiot.
United we stand, divided we fall the Kentucky motto?
I don't know. The show me state is Missouri because we went to Branson once. And I know that that's their motto because it's on everything. So.
Oh, it says that their state slogan. I don't know. Let us know what it is. Because I also found another result these are all like the Google whatever results. But it says Kentucky Unbridled Spirit. Is that a motto? I don't know what that is. The Bluegrass State? Is that what it
sounds
is?
like that sounds like Kentucky.
That sounds like Kentucky.
It's not the show me state.
Yeah, you're right. It's not the show me state. So unless they were born in Missouri.
I mean, what's the difference? I don't know geography. What's the difference between Missouri and Kentucky? Is it close or?
Let's see. Hang on.
But I'm not going to lie, people. That immediately pulled me out of this. This is like when someone's wearing Reeboks in the Odyssey. It's like, what is this? That is not right.
Dividing the two is the little skinny part of Indiana.
Okay, so there's a little bit between them, but not a lot.
Hang on. Wait, does it touch? I can't tell. I see St. Louis. It might touch.
Oh, actually, yeah, St. Louis.
I think the southern part of Kentucky touches Missouri.
Okay, well, anyway, Kentucky is not the show me state. And I know Amy has said things out of context, text, and wrong before. That just killed me. So I was like, that's not the show me state. You're an idiot.
Isn't. You're right. I didn't even think about it. I was like, I guess.
Like I said, I don't know when she said it, but I needed to make sure and say it because it literally drove me insane when she said it. I was like, what?
You're right. It's not the show me state. It's the Bluegrass State.
I think it's the Bluegrass
Any of y'all from Kentucky, right. Is it called the Bluegrass? Like, what is it? Like, let us know. Is it the Bluegrass State?
Because
maybe. No.
I don't know if you've been to Branson, but Branson's got like all those shows and everything. And yeah. Like Branson's a show me state. Well, it's in Missouri. Yeah. Sorry, people, if you're not. But that's their whole thing. That's their whole thing. Yeah. I was just like, you're making me mad now.
I didn't even notice that. That's so funny. I didn't even think about it. That's a good catch. So
well, you caught the baby almost dying, so we have different things.
After Amy claimed she didn't pee in the pool, yes, you did.
Yeah.
We go to Tammy's weigh-in. So last time she weighed, she was 573. And then today she's 583.9. So she has gained 10 pounds. And then the nurse asked her, like, how did you feel? And she says nothing, of course. Nothing.
Yeah. I literally LOL'd at this. I literally laughed out loud. I was like, fatty. Because of course she did. And I know that's harsh, but I was like, of course she gained 10 pounds. Because the reason she lost 140 pounds is because she was in a medically induced coma. As soon as this woman has free will and free reign. That's what the doctor
literally said.
Yeah. She goes back and starts gaining weight. Like, of course, she gained weight. Now, I know 10 pounds is not an extreme, but Tammy is already starting to go back to her old ways.
Where your food's controlled to a certain extent. That's a lot.
But it's not, because she's like, well, my friends order out. And it's like, yeah, so
but
do
you don't have to. Because they came up and they were like, do you want lasagna or a hot dog? And she was like, I can't have either. And it's like, but then they asked her, like, are you watching your carbs? And she was like, no. And it's like, okay, but if you got like a serving of lasagna from the cafeteria, it's not gonna be 3,000 calories. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little bitty block of lasagna and like a side salad.
Yeah. And maybe a piece of garlic bread if you're lucky. Like if you're lucky.
But it's all gonna be within like, I don't know, 700 or 800 calories would be my guess. I don't know. I don't work at a kitchen. Let us know if you do.
I don't know. That was fake. That whole scene was fake. And it was just because the producer, because the cameras were there.
They only asked her and then walked out and asked no one else at the table. So that was very fake.
So fake, because it's like, and she's like, well, I can't eat carbs. It's like, if you've been in this rehab facility for any length of time and this is something that happens daily, I guarantee you the nurses know that. It's like, oh, well, these are the carb then she's going to have
just a hot dog. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, then we're giving you a hot dog and a side salad.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense, because you would assume that there would be diabetics or something who live here who would need low carb options.
Yep. and there are low carb options. It was so fake. I hated that whole scene. Her being like, "Well, I can't have that." It's like, girl, you just ate a box of donuts. Shut up. And you're like, I can't have them needles.
Because basically the last thing Tammy says is that it's so frustrating to see these numbers go back up when she works so hard every day.
She don't do
and it's like, girl, I mean, I know you're working harder than you did at home, but you gained 10 pounds.
Tammy's problem, and I mean, and I'm judging her. I think is the fact that when she walks through the hallway, she decides, okay, well, I walk, so now I get a Snickers for a reward. Yeah. Or like, and she's at a place where she has too much freedom. And I know the rehab facility tries, but she does, like she said, have the freedom to order out. And the problem is she's probably doing that as much as she can. Like, I have no doubt. I mean, and Chris brought her food, which I'm surprised she didn't immediately blame
a lot of food. I wonder if that's what it was, because I bet he left it.
Yeah, but I'm surprised she wasn't like, well, it's because of Chris. It's like, girl, you could have rationed out that. Like, if I make a whole pizza, I don't have to eat the whole pizza. I mean, I'll probably do it, but that's me. But you know what? Like, I mean, I have to take responsibility for the fact that I could save half of it for later. Oh, sorry. I don't know if that made noise. Right. That was me talking with my hands, which y'all can't see.
That's fine.
But
yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Because honestly, like, if you really, because she says she's not watching carbs though, which I find interesting. But because you could have taken a lot of Chris's meat that he made you and saved it, portioned it out, and then had like really healthy options to eat, you know?
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Are you saying ooh because you think I'm talking about Chris's pee-pee?
Yeah, you say Chris's meat, and that's my first thought. I'm like,
you nasty. You nasty.
Well, especially, I don't know if you watch because we're at the end of the episode, but if you watch the prequel for next season, we see Chris like in all his glory. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, we see topless Chris getting measured by Brittany. Yeah,
I bet he was getting measured.
Yeah. Ugh, gross. Okay, anyway, so next week we're going to cover season 4, episode 3. I don't want to talk about it. Tammy hits a tipping point at rehab, and more bad news from back home sends her into a downward spiral.
Wait, I don't want to talk about it. Is it food related?
Talk about it?
That's not food related.
All taco about it. Taco.
Oh, taco. Okay, yeah, I was like, wait, I don't want to talk about it. That's not food. Taco.
They're all food related this season. Every single title.
I hear it now.
Yeah, no. Yeah, taco about it. But yeah, don't forget to
vote
in the poll. Yeah.
Yes.
Literally scroll down on Spotify, 2 seconds. Let us know what you want us to watch, or even if you don't intend on listening to the second episode every week, that's fine. But just like what you want other people to have to listen to us talk about. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go vote. That way we're not hopefully deadlocked. But anyway, we'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.
Yeah, guys. Bye.
Season sisters. They're not quite 1,000.